limits to you today. You will not get to me this way, and I'm just coming upstairs to drop off my stuff. Mother, goodbye. Who is that?
Oh, it's just me. Hi there.
Francis, what are you doing?
Well, there aren't too many blood, no doubt, upstairs besides from Mama, Daddy, Uncle Reese, and Kitty, so I guess I was just looking for a friendly face.
Behind the couch.
No. Well, when I heard you come in, I got nervous. I realized that I shouldn't really be here. I tried typing to me, Meredith. Could you forgive me?
Well, sure.
It's just that this room is so beautiful. I remember when we were younger, and you and Tracy and all the other cousins would be out back having tea parties. And I would just sneak up here and sit in the middle of the room, pretend it was mine. Of course, I just worshipped her. Tracy.
Yeah, you and everybody else, herself included.
That's why I was so thrilled when she asked me to be in her wedding.
Do you believe that Tracy had the gall to make us wear these things on our heads so that we all look like the Flying Nun?
I like the hats.
Are you serious? Francis, look at yourself in the mirror.
Well,
You look ridiculous. And your dress makes you look like a lamp. At least you can wear yours. Mine makes you look like a linebacker.
thou shalt not tempt.
And all this stuff about obedience, and everybody was acting so serious. I was like, Tracy, okay, Scott, she already runs that poor boy's life. Tracy, the blushing bride, excuse me while I barf.
Meredith, Trisha, I would have gotten here sooner, but some creep with whom I apparently share some sort of history with cornered me in the parking lot and chewed my ear to a bloody stump about how great it is to see me again. Can we get together soon? And so I said, sure, did he have $300? Just to shut him up.
Trisha, you did it. What did he say?
He asked me if I could wait for him to run to the ATM. Can you believe it? Hey, Francis. Hi there. How are you? I'm fine. Thank you so much for asking.
Oh, Meredith, your mother wants you to run downstairs and greet the guests as they arrive.
God, I'm dreading this reception. Do you think anybody would notice if I left?
Yes, don't you dare leave me here alone.
God, would you look at me? I look terrible.
You look gorgeous, as usual.
I had to put about a gallon of concealer underneath my eyes this morning. So, Francis, did you enjoy the wedding? Yes, I did. I thought it was beautiful.
It was ridiculous.
Tracy's dress was sure something.
It was a float.
You gotta hand it to her, though. She pulled it off. I could never wear something like that with a straight face.
She didn't wear it. It wore her. And if she had any sense at all, she'd put on a mannequin and roll it around the reception and leave herself free to mingle.
Ugh. I shudder to think how much that thing cost.
7.
That's ridiculous. $700?
7,000.
Okay. She convinced me into designing her invitations for free and then made me go over 8 revisions, yet she can afford to spend $7,000 on her wedding dress? Your father must be paying a fortune for this wedding.
You know it. But Daddy put his foot down for a change and said that he was not going to spend $7,000 on a dress that she was only going to wear once. So she had to pay for the entire thing herself.
Wow, I guess she makes pretty good money working for Pepsi.
Yeah, she offered to get me an interview there. I told her I would rather work at McDonald's. I expect my entire life being Tracy Marlowe's little sister. The last thing I want to do is go work with her. I about died when Scott knelt down and somebody tried to help me at the bottom of his shoes.
Oh, I hated that. How could someone do something so nasty? Oh, buddy, this is a sacred occasion.
Well, I thought it was priceless.
Yeah, I figured you thought it was pretty funny.
Well, I didn't do it, if that's what you're implying. I wish I knew who had. Trisha, you know. Tell me.
I don't know.
Trisha, you lie.
Meredith, I don't know. It could have been any one of those overgrown frat boys.
Wish I knew which one.
Poor Scott. He turned about 3 shades of red, didn't he? I think he thought he'd done something wrong.
He did. He married my sister, and that's about as wrong as you can get.
Oh, I think Scott and Tracy are a perfect couple.
Oh, I do too.
They're both beautiful, intelligent, rich.
Really, really white.
And you can tell that he really loves her.
Francis, any dog loves its master.
Now, Meredith, be nice.
Come on, Trisha. Don't be such a cheerleader. I just wanted to have fun today. Fat chance. Everybody here is just so aggressively normal. It's like the bland leading the bland. I thought Scott's lesbian sister would perk things up, but she's about as much fun as going to the dentist.
You mean Scott's sister is
And everybody just knows about it?
I guess. She's pretty much out, isn't she?
God, yes, and she rubs it in everybody's face.
My goodness. I don't think I've ever seen one before.
Well, now you've seen 3.
Who else?
Those 2 flute players that played during the ceremony?
You're kidding.
Nope.
But they look just like real women. And having them play in a church like that, isn't that kind of sacrilegious?
I don't think you need to worry about it, Francis.
Yeah, so far this has been the most ridiculous wedding I've ever been to. Things better pick up during this reception. I want something really awful to happen.
Gee, you or someone else.
Either way, I don't care.
Well, I bet you won't be disappointed.
What? What's going on?
Nothing.
Trisha.
Are you going to join in on this little conversation, Francis?
No, ma'am. I do not gossip. I am a Christian.
I'm so sorry.
It's Georgianne, isn't it?
What?
I saw her crying during the ceremony.
So, lots of people cry during weddings.
This had nothing to do with the ceremony. Come on, Trisha, you have to tell me.
I don't know, Meredith. Georgianne and I are not all that close anymore.
It's Tommy Valentine, isn't it? It's because he's here today.
Seriously doubt it.
Tommy Valentine. I've been trying to think of his name all day.
Trisha, did Georgianne have a thing with him?
About 100 years ago.
Ugh. Who didn't he have a thing with? I guess when you're as gorgeous as he is.
He's not that good looking.
Trisha, he is sweat out loud gorgeous.
I met him once when Tracy brought him to a family reunion up at Uncle Reese's and Aunt Kay's lake house. He was really sweet.
Trisha, you look me in the eyes and you tell me you did not have a thing with him.
I did not have a thing with him.
Trisha!
We went out once before he and Tracy ever even got together. I was actually the one who introduced them to each other.
I know.
And how do you know so much? You were only a little kid.
I was a smart little kid and I also happen to be sisters with Tracy the Mouse.
Then you probably know more than I do.
I didn't know that Georgianne had a thing with him.
You stupid!
Well, hello there.
Georgianne,
Please excuse me. Whoa.
woo! They sure are taking their sweet time setting up that open bar, huh? Man, I love a good open bar. If I ever get to heaven and there's not an open bar, God is gonna have some serious explaining to do.
There most certainly will not be any liquor in heaven.
Well, thank you for clarifying that for me, Francis. I'll be sure to bring my own.
Tommy must have said something really awful to make her that upset, don't you think?
Meredith, why do you even care?
I bet it's her husband.
What?
I bet he's cheating on her. She just found out. I think
It's none of your business.
Her life is her life, not just your personal entertainment. That's pathetic.
Sorry, God.
I suppose you've never had anything happen to you that you didn't want the whole world watching?
I said I was sorry. You don't have to bite my head off.
I'm just a little sensitive about that particular subject, considering I'm the reigning queen of the bad rap.
Your reputation is fine.
Meredith, do not lie if you cannot do it any better than that.
I have never heard anybody say one bad thing about you.
Your mother used to habitually refer to me as that little skank.
You're crazy. Mama always loved you.
Meredith, your mother hated my guts. She still does. She will not look me into the eyes to this day.
Why would she hate you?
Because she thought I was the world's worst influence on Tracy. And I was. But it's not my fault. It's human nature to be a real degenerate every now and then. And you ought to be able to do it without the whole world looking down its nose, acting like it's anything out of the ordinary. Do you think the earring is here yet?
What?
Cute boy usher with the earring.
Oh, him. That's Scott's cousin.
He is a piece of work.
You think?
You know, my sister was dating a boy with an earring once, but Mama and Daddy made her break up with him.
Francis, your sister is 2 years older than me.
Is she?
And she still lets her parents tell her to do? That isn't messed up.
Meredith, the Bible says to honor thy father and mother.
Well, the Bible also says that shellfish is an abomination, but that didn't stop you from sucking down that lobster biscuit at the rehearsal dinner.
What's his name?
His name is Tripp Davenport, and you know it. I saw you two flirting all throughout the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah, but he never told me his real name.
Well, his real name is Griffin Lyle Davenport III.
I think Trip suits him better. He's got that look, you know.
What look?
The look that makes you feel like you two are at a really boring party and you and he are the only ones having fun. Same look Tommy Valentine has.
You'll have to point it out to me.
Oof, no, believe me, you'd be better off if you'd never even seen that look. It always leads to trouble.
Why are men so stupid?
Because they're allowed to be.
They're just so weird. They are so weird.
Which one of the groomsmen do you want?
The only one that doesn't totally gross me out is Frank.
Frank? Really?
I remember what he was wearing when he came to pick up Tracy for the 8th grade Valentine's Day dance. He was wearing a blue suit with a white shirt and a little tie with white shoes with big silver buckles. I thought it was the most gorgeous thing I'd ever seen.
He is handsome.
Isn't he gay?
Well,
Ugh, I knew it! What a waste.
Meredith, that is a terrible thing to say.
I meant it as a compliment.
Calling someone a complete waste is not a compliment.
Billy,
What?
he's the one I want.
Scott's little brother?
Francis, he's 15.
I know.
Francis, you are bad. You're a wild woman, aren't ya? Yo. Hey, Georgianne. Hey, hon. You okay? No.
What's wrong? You can tell us. You won't tell anybody. I promise.
Meredith.
It might do you some good to talk about it.
Meredith, why don't you and Francis go see if they've set up that open bar yet?
Well, why don't you go find out for yourself? Fine, but I'm not wearing these honky-tonk torture devices 1 minute longer.
Hey, Francis. Hi there. Look, I know we don't know each other at all, but I'm really sorry you had to see me like this. It's okay. Jesus wept. One of the bartenders, if you flirt with him, he'll give you a bottle of champagne.
I can't do that.
I can. You'll have to drink the champagne, though.
Because you're a Christian, we know. How do I look? Hideous.
You look fine.
Yeah, right. Come on, Francis. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now.
Please, tell me this isn't about Tommy Valentine. Oh, I was walking down the aisle and the first thing I saw was the back of his head. You know where his hair pattern starts and it comes to those two little points? And then during the ceremony, I looked at him and there was just something about the way the light hit his face. I swear, it just broke my heart. And then later after the ceremony, I saw him talking to some chick in a navy blue linen dress, and it was backless. You could almost see her butt. And he was smiling at her with that smile, the same smile he used to smile at me with. You know, the one that used to make me really feel like I meant something to him. And then it all came back, just bang. All those nights I sat waiting by the phone for his call, me going out of my way to make things convenient for him, and that awful night I sat waiting outside of his apartment, just staring at Tracy's car in the driveway. I mean, I started smoking that night. If I get cancer, it's going to be Tommy Valentine's fault. I feel like I'm going insane. I mean, my cousin George, he's a nurse. He says I'm the perfect type to get some weird disease because I'm so emotional. You're not crazy. You're just being overly dramatic and self-indulgent. Self-indulgent? You think I want to feel like this? Nobody's making you. All right, enough about me. More about my dress. Can you believe Tracy made us wear these things? Yes. Of course, I can't believe she asked me to be in her wedding. I can't believe you accepted. Well, I didn't have any choice, Trisha. Here she is, getting married to Scott McClure, the biggest piece of wet toast I've ever seen in my life. Of course, I married Chuck Darby, the second biggest piece I've ever seen in my life. Because I thought I wanted some stability.
Y'all. Come on, leave.
Not that I can see.
Well, I will be. I am just having one of those days when I cannot stop running into things. Y'all ever have those? I'm usually a very graceful woman, but I don't know. Something about this dress makes me feel like Bigfoot. I was walking through the kitchen earlier, and I just ran straight smack dab right into a cabinet, like there was a big magnet in my head. and a big metal plate in the cabinet. Kaboom! I'll probably need stitches by the time this reception's over. Whew. I'm terrified. Terrified that I'm gonna do something to ruin Scott's big day. He'll never forgive me. Oh, just like that time that I roused right in front of everyone at Scott's Eagle Scout induction. My therapist thinks I was jealous. But I mean, I was 19. I just think I had a bad tuna salad. Oh well now. This isn't a good time, is it? Well, I'm so sorry. I'll leave. Oh my goodness. You see what I mean?
Are they all like that?
What?
You know, lesbians?
What, clumsy?
She's just so, I don't know, she's so blunt. Are they all like that?
Why are you asking me?
Well, you know.
No. What?
Well, didn't you? I mean, I remember hearing something about you and, oh, forget it.
All of the lesbians that I have known have not been clumsy. Actually, Mindy is the first.
She's so strange.
I like her.
Me too, I guess. I mean, she seems to thoroughly detest Tracy, so she can't be all bad. Oh, I look pathetic. I mean, I just don't want to be alone, you know? I mean, I still believe in love, I do, but what, you don't?
Honestly, Georgianne, I think any woman who chooses to be married at this stage is out of her mind.
You don't believe in love?
Love? I certainly believe in consideration and respect, but love? What is that? I have had so many guys tell me that they loved me, and not a single one has made a difference in my life.
Maybe you just haven't met the right one.
I have met him more times than I care to admit.
Maybe you just haven't given him a chance.
I have given him too many chances.
Really? What's the longest relationship you've ever had, and how many hours did that last?
Well, why drag it out? He's either going to want to control my life or have me be his mother.
Not all men are like that.
I have yet to meet one who isn't.
Really?
Really.
How can you live like that?
Honestly, Georgianne, it's not a total tragedy. I'm just being honest.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just a hopeless romantic doomed to go through life being disappointed. I bet he's sniffing around Miss Navy Blue Linen right now. Oh, I can't wait for him to lose his looks.
And he will. He'll turn into one of those hatchet-faced old men that handsome guys always turn into.
And he'll have a big red nose from drinking too much his whole life.
And a beer gut.
And he'll lose all his hair.
And he'll wear golf pants.
green golf pants that are too tight.
Yes, and he'll unbutton his shirt a few more buttons than he should.
No, he won't do any of that. He'll just get better looking as he gets older. And he'll wear a t-shirt and jeans, and he'll have gray hair, and he'll be so gorgeous it hurts just to look at him. I, on the other hand, will be as big as a house. I have no hair left from a lifetime of bad perms. I'll wear too much makeup, and I'll get skin cancer from going to the lake too much in the summer. And then one day, I'll wake up and I'll just be dead. And Tommy Valentine will read my obituary in the paper, and it won't even occur to him that he ever knew me.
You're right. You are crazy.
Oh, I am. But I guess I have to give up my dream of finding true love here.
Not necessarily. There are plenty of nice guys here.
Really? I dare you to find one that's straight, single, and has a job.
Maybe you need to lower your expectations a little bit.
Maybe I need to have a nervous breakdown. Maybe I need to have a big, loud, nasty, smelly nervous breakdown right when Dr. Marlowe goes to do his Father of the Bride dance with a new and improved Tracy Marlowe lyric.
I'll give you $20 if you do.
Don't tempt me, Tracy, just might.
I will give you $100. I will give you anything you want. I will give you this pair of 1-carat diamond studs that I got for graduation. Meredith! I will give you this antique ring appraised at over $500 from my grandmother. You see that? Isn't it pretty? Could be all yours.
Meredith, how long have you been standing out there?
I just heard that last little bit, I swear.
I cannot believe you.
Please, Georgianne, please say you will.
No, Meredith, I won't.
Please.
No, I'm not going to cause a scene.
Why not?
Because it's your sister's big day, and that'd be a horrible, rotten thing for me to do.
Oh.
Meredith, why are you so intent on something happening today?
I hate this whole thing. I hate it so much it makes me sick. sure you will. Wear it as a cocktail dress, that'll be sweet.
Well, no. I think I'll give it to my friend Leroy, actually. He's the only one I know who can wear this color. Anyways, Miss Marlowe sent me up here to tell y'all to come downstairs. She might have just wanted me out of her kitchen, though. She was staring at me with this frozen smile, like I could see every vein in her neck, like, please, God, just keep her away from the crystal. Anyways, she told me to tell y'all that it was a poor reflection on Miss Tracy for all of her bridesmaids to be up here avoiding the reception.
Oh, well, God forbid any of us make Tracy look bad.
Why not? She's made every one of us look perfectly dreadful.
Well, now, I like this dress.
You do not.
Oh, but I do. I am so glamorous in this dress. I am freaking Audrey Hepburn, queen of my own empire with a heavily armed security force behind me. I am woman, hear me roar.
Now, do you think Tracy actually thought that these dresses looked good? Or do you think it was a conscious attempt to surround herself with ridiculous-looking women just so that she could look better?
What do you think?
Like, she could look better.
And she is one beautiful woman.
She's perfect. Perfect.
She always has been.
I hate her.
I don't even know who she is anymore.
I don't want to know.
I'm serious.
She's a rich, white, Republican Meredith!
She is your sister.
So, you all are trashing her too.
I used to know her, like, really well, I thought.
Yeah, you guys were really tight.
Yeah, we were. But it's one of those friendships that's based on giving each other complete and total freedom to do whatever you want. Those never last.
She's, you know, in Glamour magazine's and do's and don'ts section, she is the ultimate do girl.
And we're all the dumb girl.
Oh, not you, Trisha.
Please.
Trisha, you're probably the only friend she had who was as pretty as she was, and the only girl who wasn't intimidated by her.
Wow, no wonder she liked you so much. Such freedom.
Yeah, we were close. That's why it's so weird now. I can't even hold a conversation with the girl. We have nothing in common.
Wait a minute. Don't you guys think this is kind of weird?
What?
That we're all in her wedding, but none of us is actually her friend?
She'd dig too. I mean, look at my dorky cousin Francis.
Good lord, I grew up with Tracy. I was her ugly sidekick all throughout high school and college, but we haven't been close in years.
Me neither.
Doesn't she have any real friends?
Well, don't look at me. Tracy and I move in very different circles.
Meredith?
I don't know. She seems to hang out with Mama an awful lot.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Here she is, the ultimate do girl. She's got a perfect body, a great job, a rich husband who worships the ground she walks on, but she doesn't have any real friends, does she?
Can't have everything.
Oh my. This makes me feel so much better. I can't even tell you guys.
It looks like we need to be back out there.
Already?
Oh, come on, Georgianne. It'll be fun.
Yeah, compared to a triple bypass.
Don't even think about him. He is scum.
He is. He's slime.
Garbage.
I need about another bottle of champagne.
Does anybody care to join us?
In a minute.
Mindy?
Why? And go hang out with all the people who've been embarrassed by me my entire life? I think I'll pass.
Suit yourself.
Trisha, if I start acting like a jerk, if you'll just take me aside and smack me, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Babe, I'm gonna have a hard enough time keeping track of myself. You are on your own.
God help us.
Meredith, have you tried this vegetable medley? It is delightful.
I'm not that hungry.
Well, now that Scott and Tracy are officially married, I guess that makes you and me sisters. Oh, I always wanted a sister.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Well, are you excited to be done with school?
Oh yeah, Mindy. I'm just thrilled to be back at home living with my fascist parents.
Well, do you know what you want to do?
No.
Well, what's your degree in?
English, it's completely worthless.
Well, now, no, it's not. There's a lot you can do with English. You could teach, you could edit, you could go to law school.
Oh yeah, because that's exactly what I want to do. Become a hired gun for the ruling class.
Listen, all I'm saying is you do not have to do what you study for. My degree is in behavioral psychology, and I sell real estate. Which, well, I guess when you think about it, it's completely appropriate, but you should really let me introduce you to some people I know where. Oh, I bet they.
I just want to move.
Move into town? Well, shoot, it's a great time to be looking.
God, no. I want to get as far away from here as I can. I hate this town. I hate everything about it. I want to go somewhere where, I don't know, a single person. Where nobody will bother me and people will just leave me alone.
Well, I guess I'll go see if they have any of those, meatballs left.
Uh-huh.
See you down there?
Okay.
Bye-bye. How come makeup's always named after food?
What do you mean?
Well, like, maple melon mist, cha-cha chanaberry, simply strawberry.
She's right. Guess what this one is called?
What color is it?
Kind of an orangey pink.
Peaches and cream?
Pumpkin chiffon.
No.
Nectarine nights. No, that's not it. Wait, don't tell me. Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe cascade.
Carrot cake!
Cha-cha cheese whiz.
No.
What color is it?
Absolutely apricot.
See what I told you? All named after food.
What do you want them to say, Mindy? What do you want them to call it? Bleeding Moon Red?
Did you decide what color you wanted, Francis?
I'll take the red.
Good answer. Trisha, be sure to give her red lips, too.
Well, now wait. Do you want a fresh and natural look, or do you want to look like a woman with a past?
Fresh and natural, I think.
But I think we'll go for a more neutral lip color.
I don't want to be too made up now. I don't want to think I look trashy.
Oh, believe me, when you're through with me, he won't stand a chance.
What's his name?
Bradford.
Bradford what?
He didn't say.
Bradford, Brad, Francis.
The only Brad I ever knew was my orthodontist, Brad Rosenblum. He had the hairiest hands, and he was always sticking it in my mouth.
Brad, Franny.
I hate being called that.
Come on, it's cute.
It sounds too much like Fanny.
What does he do?
Trisha, he's a bartender.
No, he's in law school.
Law school? Really? Francis, you have scored. How old is he?
36.
36 and he's never been married? That's not a good sign.
He was married once before. No kids though, although he says he wants to.
Divorced?
No, she died.
Oh, poor thing.
4 years ago.
You know, in a way, it makes him kind of attractive. It makes him all tragic and mysterious.
He feels like he's just now getting over it.
Francis, your timing is impeccable.
I just had a horrible thought.
What?
What if he killed her?
Mindy.
No. I'm serious. What if he's like one of those psycho killers that travels the country, fall in love with women, and then kill them? Didn't you ever see that movie?
Yes, and you know what? He kind of looks like that guy
Doesn't he?
who's got those sharp eyes.
Francis, how did she die?
He didn't say.
You know, Francis, my cousin George works for the State Patrol. I can get him to run a security check for you.
I thought your cousin George was a nurse.
No, that's my other cousin George. I have 3 cousins named George, one named Georgette, one named Georgina, and my Aunt Georgia. We're all named after my grandfather.
Well, what was his name?
George?
Bradford's too nice to be a killer.
Those are the ones you need to watch out for.
Wouldn't that be gross?
What?
But you know, if you fell in love with a psycho killer and you married him and all, and then you found out he was, what would you do?
Well, first, I would have to find a support group for the wives of psycho killers, because I feel like I would need to talk to somebody who really knew what I was going through.
Would you tell the police?
Come to think of it, I would be kind of scared of them.
I have got to get out of this dress. It is completely unnatural. Virgin, will you unzip me?
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna get comfortable for the first time today.
Meredith, you can't go out there not wearing the
had to bite my tongue to keep from saying it. I'm just so sick of that cheesy band.
Oh, what are you so upset about now?
Well, first, Tracy starts yelling at me because I took that thing off my head. It's not optional, she says. It's part of the uniform. And then my mother joins in about how I've got too much sun on my shoulders, and it's all just freckled and ruined. And it's not ladylike. Ladylike. And then Scott starts having a sneezing fit.
He always does that when he gets nervous.
And that stupid band is playing that song, Tie a Yellow Ribbon, you know, the hostage song. And all the old farts are dancing and just, what are you guys doing?
Frances has a date, so we're giving her a makeover.
A date with who?
Bradford the bartender.
And part-time psycho killer.
What are you guys gonna do?
Well, he said there was this place right outside town that was really pretty, and maybe we could just drive there and have some beers. But then I told him that I didn't drink beer, that I was a Christian, and he said, well, shoot, we could just go to McDonald's for all he cared, and that he enjoyed talking to me. I thought it was really sweet.
That is.
He comes from a really small town, too. You are talking about how scary a big city can be. He says that as soon as he gets his degree, he's going to go back to the country. Not to where he came, though. He doesn't think he can go back there since his wife died.
She died?
Yes, and under very mysterious circumstances.
He felt like he had to shut the door on a part of his life and start all over with a clean slate.
Just like that guy in the movie.
Oh, Francis, you better ask to see some pictures of him when he was younger. For all we know, he might not really be bald. He might have had to shave his head to change his identity.
I bet Bradford isn't even his real name.
Francis, you know what you do. You go down to McDonald's with him. And then, when he's not looking, you take something that is touched. Pick it up with a napkin, though. And then just slip it in your purse. And then the next day, you take it right on down to the FBI.
Yeah, she's alive tomorrow.
Oh, well, I don't think he'd kill her on the first date.
You two are horrible. He can't be a killer. He's a Christian. Of course, he's a different kind of Christian than I am, since he believes in drinking beer. I told him that was wrong, and he said that he didn't think so. But that he willing to talk to me about it. That's the main reason I decided to go out with him.
Really?
A good Christian man is hard to find these days. There isn't a single one in my church group. Well, except for the ones who are younger than me. But they don't count. I believe a man should be older than a woman.
And taller, too, I bet.
Well, sure.
So, Trisha, what's up with you and Trip Davenport?
Nothing.
I saw you guys talking for a really long time out there.
Yeah?
Well, you two just really seem to be hitting it off.
I wouldn't know. I was on autopilot.
But you said he had that look.
Ugh, I'm sick of that look. It always leads to trouble.
I don't know, Trisha. He is pretty cute.
Believe me, he is quite aware.
He's not that cute. He's pretty cute. He's no Tommy Valentine.
Ugh, thank God. I will say one thing about him though. He has the best hands.
Hands.
Yes, they're just so amazingly beautiful and oh, y'all are gonna make fun of me for this.
No, we won't.
Promise. Okay. Well, it's not a man's feet. And it's not his shoes, you know, those big black wingtips like businessmen wear.
Yeah.
It's a man's feet in those shoes.
That's really weird, Trisha.
My therapist would have a field day with that.
I like a good neck myself.
Shoulders.
Rear ends.
Well, personally, I prefer a nice pair of hooters.
So, Trisha, do you like him or don't you?
Oh, she likes him a lot.
And how do you know?
Because I know you, Trisha, and I know how you get when you really like somebody. You light up like a Christmas tree, and then you get all shy, and that is exactly what you have done today.
What does he do?
I forgot to ask for his resume.
He's a banker. Tells other people where to put their money.
Oh, way to go, Trisha. That means he's probably rich.
Is he single?
Mm-hmm. Just broke up with his girlfriend a couple months ago.
How do you know so much about him?
Oh, he's my cousin. And he's the only one that didn't get weird when I came out, so I keep in touch.
Is there anything wrong with him?
No, he's a really nice guy.
conversation with a guy and already I'm supposed to be picking out my wedding china? What century are you even living in?
All right, I forgot you're through with men.
No, you know what? I'm through with being disappointed. I have never met a man in my life who could look at me and see anything but his own ego. Trip Davenport is no different. No offense to your cousin, Mindy, but I think I'll pass.
He really got to you, didn't he?
I'm sick of it. I am. I quit. I'll just be an old maid.
But don't you want babies?
You need a man to have a baby.
Well, actually you do, technically.
Yeah, but you don't need to cement yourself to him.
But that's so wrong.
Oh, but I don't think so. All the celebrities are doing it.
God wants to be married and have a baby.
And how do you know what God wants?
Because the Bible says so.
Francis, has it ever occurred to you that the Bible is a book written by men?
The Bible is the holy word of God, Trisha.
I will grant you that it is one culture's quest for
That is secular humanism talking, and that is the kind of talk that's got is the mess we are in today, causing the collapse of family values and all decent morality. And that is the kind of talk, and that is why there's much crime and violence and licentiousness in this world. And that is why we're at the end of times, and a rapture could happen at any minute. Any minute!
Get serious.
I am serious. Now, I will sit in here and watch you all drink and gossip. Honestly, you ought to be ashamed. You are ladies. But I will not tolerate you making fun of the Bible.
Nobody's making fun of anything. Am I not allowed to have my own opinion?
Not if it's disrespectful to our religion. No, ma'am, you are not.
I'm afraid I have a little problem with that.
This is America. I have a right to my beliefs.
Yes, Francis, you have a right to your beliefs. But you are not allowed to have that courtesy unless you are willing to share that same courtesy to some people who might not think the same way you do.
My religion happens to be very important to me, Trisha, and I don't want to see you criticize it.
Then leave.
Trisha!
I'm serious. Go on, get out of here.
What?
Go someplace where people don't have ideas. Where people are willing to trade their God-given intelligence for any old blind set of rules just because some book says so. But don't you dare tell me what I can and cannot believe in. You do not have the right to do that.
But I can't go out there looking like this, only half made up. What would people think? I don't look right.
Good grief, Francis, do not cry. You're not scared and will run.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not mad at you, but now look. Maybe we will go for a woman with a past look after all. We can do some kind of smudged charcoal thing under your eyes.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Look at my dress. Doesn't it look like a big cake? You know, my mother told me that there's an art to wearing a gown. You have to float down the aisle like a swan. You know what I want to tell her? Mama, have you ever seen a swan walk? Anything can float on a lake.
Well, no. She meant like this. Do that again.
Okay.
Where did you learn how to do that? Miss Amelia's charm school.
No way. You went to charm school?
Yeah, my mother sent me in the 6th grade. I think she was dimly aware of my lesbian potential and was hoping Miss Amelia could nip it in the bud.
What else did she teach you?
Well, she taught us which lipstick to go with our skin tone and which haircut would frame our face shape best. Oh. And at the end, we had our own beauty pageant, the Princess Charming pageant.
Oh my God.
That must have been so humiliating.
No, I loved it. I wore a nautical bathing suit with a little skirt attached and high heels. I played Crimson Clover in my bassoon for the town competition, and I won.
You did not.
Oh, I most certainly did. It was the high point of my life. Oh, it's been downhill ever since.
I would have thought you hated beauty pageants.
Well, why? Because I'm a lesbian? Hell no. I have not missed a Miss America pageant in over 20 years. Those girls, they're like drag queens. Oh, they are drag queens. Hi. I am just so grateful to be poised on the brink of a wonderful career, combining broadcast journalism and helping handicapped children. but most importantly, being a good wife, a good mother, and a great American. Thank you.
So, I want to know something.
Yeah,
Do you always eat like that?
not for much.
How do you stay so skinny?
Oh, I'm highly neurotic and high strung.
You don't like hang out and barf, do you?
Oh, God, no. I just have a really high metabolism and I burn everything off.
God, I hate your guts.
Oh, you do not. You love me.
In your dreams.
Kiss me.
Get away.
Kiss me.
Seriously, you're like the grossest person alive.
Thank you.
Can I have some of that?
Oh, God, please take it away from me. Oh, well, now, Mindy, this is just too cute. Is this yours?
It used to be.
Well, I bet this looked real darling on you.
It would on you.
Well, now, what's that supposed to mean?
Ah, nothing. Just what I'd expect from a country club socialite like you.
Meredith, I'm hardly a socialite.
A little white girl dressed like that.
You know, that's about the third time today I've heard you say something about white people. And while I do hate to break this one to you, hon, you aren't exactly Queen Latifah.
At least I'm not a hypocrite.
Well, neither am I.
So,
You think because you have a picture of Malcolm X in your room that proves something, huh? Well, if you really cared about injustice as much as you let on, you'd be out there doing something about it. Instead of sitting up in here with your $500 motorcycle jacket on, complaining about how unfair things are.
so, Trisha, Trip Davenport really
Don't start. Okay, Francis, you're done.
Oh my!
Do you like it?
Never knew I could look like this.
Oh my God, Francis, you look hot.
Trisha, you should do this for a living.
God, she looks fabulous.
I don't even look like myself.
Trisha, where'd you learn how to do that?
Years of practice.
Will you do me next?
And then me?
I'll do one more, but then I gotta get back out there. What do you want to look like?
Truck stop trollop.
Mother, what? Would you just shut up and leave me alone? The entire reception was absolutely horrified that you showed up wearing men's shoes. Men's shoes! You absolutely ruined Tracy's special day dressing up like some no-good beatnik hippie.
Mom tells me that too.
Those two are in a rare form there.
I can just hear them.
Kitty, I want to tell you how radiant Tracy looked at her wedding. Just radiant.
Why, thank you, Eleanor. Georgette looked just radiant herself. Is she expecting another child?
Heavens no, Kitty. Georgette isn't expecting another child. She just needs to lose about another 20 pounds. She's a fat pig.
Oh, you are not fat.
Well, I'm certainly not skinny.
I think you're perfect.
Thanks.
And I think it's high time women start letting themselves be women and stop trying to look like those anorexic models. Every time I turn on my TV, there are some high-attitude fashion chick stomping around like she's all that. And I think to myself, this is what I'm supposed to want to be? This is what I'm supposed to want to look like? I'd rather eat glass. No, that's not quite right. Do you have anything trashier? Like down store blue?
Meredith, do you have any blue eyeshadow?
I sincerely hope not, but you can check with all the other makeup.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to look pretty.
Well, neither do I. It's just these women who are willing to have their lips poofed up and their ribs removed. I mean, those ribs are there for a reason. Oh, and that whole fat sucking thing? We think we are so civilized as a society, but we are no better than those Aztecs who played soccer with human heads. monstrosity meant to symbolize that she is undamaged goods. Ugh, it's like a sacrifice.
Meredith,
What?
why do you have all these pictures of Tommy Valentine?
Where?
Here, on this vanity?
Well, this used to be Tracy's. They're probably hers.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Well, I don't know how they got there.
Oh, would you look at this one of him water skiing? He looks like he's only about 19.
Oh my god, would you just look at that stomach? I hate him.
He was good looking.
He still is.
Here, let me see. Oh, yeah, he's all right. If you like that sort of thing, I guess. Well, now wait a minute. This guy's here today.
Yeah, he still is.
This guy tried to make a pass at me.
What?
Yeah. I was standing down in line at the bar, and he walks up to me and he goes, "Do I know you?" And I go, "No, you most certainly do not." And he said, "Well, I sure would like to." And I just laughed and I said, "Whoa, buddy, we're barking up the wrong tree."
That's the exact same thing he said to me.
What?
Yeah, he said that he remembered the first time he ever met me up at Uncle Reese's at Aunt Penny's lake house.
No.
He said he always wished he got to know me better.
No.
He even suggested that we go out after the reception today. But I told him that I was spoken for.
That son of a...
I'm sure he just meant for us to, talk. Now, if y'all kindly excuse me, I'm going to go back outside.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Tommy Valentine just wanted to talk.
Oh, good grief. That boy should just have the word trouble tattooed across his forehead. I mean, here he is at his ex-girlfriend's wedding, and he has the gall to flirt with every single one of her bridesmaids. Well, all except one.
Yeah, Meredith, you better be prepared for him to jump your bones next. You're the only one that's left.
Somebody needs to put him on a leash.
Meredith, what's wrong?
Nothing. I don't know what this upsets me so much. I'm so stupid.
No, honey, you're not stupid.
Well, we dated for a few months when I was a freshman in college. He broke it off after a few months, and I was okay with it at the time, but just seeing him here today brought back a lot of old feelings. Immense hatred being one of them. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'm needed outside. Trisha, will you zip me up?
Are you okay, hon?
I'm fine. I am not falling apart, and I wish that everyone would stop acting like I'm some sort of child.
I know. I want you to know if you ever need somebody, I'm here for you.
Excuse me.
I knew this day was doomed from the moment Scott told me he'd be marrying Tracy. Tracy, who requested that I not bring Deb, who is my lover of 9 years, to the reception because she wanted to keep it just family. And now Deb is boycotting the whole wedding, and Tracy has gone out of her way to let me know she is very hurt by that. She will never love my baby brother the way he deserves to be loved. She will never honor him and cherish him like she said today in front of God and everybody. And it just makes me so mad. And now, here I am, with a freaking pincushion on my head, looking like a hooker straight out of the Twilight Zone. And if I throw up, I am going to be mad. I hate throwing up. You are totally alone when you throw up.
It's so humiliating.
It's good for you.
Last time I threw up, Chuck and I have been drinking all night long in a totally misguided attempt to have fun together. And I just barked all over the place. And he looked at me and he said, "God, Georgiana, don't you, I could reconstruct your entire meal. Don't you ever chew your food?" And then he poured beer on my head.
I have not thrown up in nearly 20 years.
20 years, really?
Yeah, not since Scott's Eagle Scout induction ceremony.
No way.
Yeah, I'm too repressed.
Please, you are the least repressed person I've ever met.
Yeah, you don't not throw up because you're repressed.
You should really throw up, Mindy. It's completely primal. You'll feel so much better.
Maybe I will.
Throw up on Tommy Valentine.
Ooh, I will.
I got bad news for you guys. Tommy Valentine already left.
Oh, he is such a chicken.
No, I think he made a friend.
each other at business functions and be all uncomfortable and awkward together.
Kendall once said she has an affair with a now that she's married.
Who knows?
Who cares?
So how are you doing, babe?
Trisha, I am fabulous. I have my eyes set on a certain saxophone player who shall remain nameless. Mainly because I don't know what his name is. Naturally, he doesn't even know I exist.
His loss.
Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. You know, I'm really sorry about the way I totally ditched you after I got married. I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. But it's okay. You were so weird, I was kind of relieved.
But I should have been there for you when you went through all that with your ex-boyfriend.
Don't worry about it.
You know, once I unload that deadbeat piece of wet toast that I married, and I think that may be real soon, I'm gonna have a lot more time in my life for the people I really care about, like you.
Oh, you're on.
I miss you.
Georgina, your dress is still on.
Oh my God! And you let me walk around outside like this?
You look like a dog trying to chase its own tail.
I bet Francis is still sniffing around Ted Bundy.
Ugh, good lord, you straight women always throwing yourselves away on serial killers. What a waste.
Well, well, well. What are we all doing up here? There's a party trying to happen outside.
We were just trashing your gender trip, Davenport.
And I'm fixing to puke my guts out.
I'm just in time.
Well, some guys just have all the luck.
Hi.
Hi.
Been looking all over for you.
That can be hard to find sometimes.
So I've noticed. Mind if I join you?
No.
Have a seat.
Been tearing up the dance floor with your mother for the past half hour, Mindy. I had no idea she could dance like that.
Well, yeah, she was in the USO in Korea.
Get out of here, Aunt Betty.
Yeah, that's where she met Daddy. And I was conceived out of wedlock, and my whole dysfunctional family began.
That is so romantic.
Oh, she was 19. Barely.
God, isn't that weird to think about? When my dad was my age, she already had 3 kids.
I'll tell you what's really weird to think about. There are some things that we're already too old for. Some things that just passed us by and we'll never get the chance for.
Well, like what?
Like, I'll never be a stewardess.
You would have been a great stewardess.
I would have.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
Oh, I wanted to be a nurse. A nurse? I'm so short. Oh, couldn't you just see me giving some old dude a sponge bath?
I wanted to be a teacher. Well, I wanted to be Miss Crenshaw because her fiance would come pick her up in a blue Chevy Malibu with a white vinyl top. He was so cute. He had a blonde crew cut and his sideburns were darker than the rest.
What about you, Trisha?
I wanted to be that lady from Mission Impossible. You know, the one who had to pretend to be in love with dictators so that she could double cross them and then go back to her rich husband who wore the special mask to be that week's guest star. I thought that'd be a great life.
Well, what about you, Triv? What did you want to be?
Mine's kind of similar, actually. I wanted to be James Bond.
God, remember him? In 10th grade, every girl in my class was totally hot for him.
That's exactly why I wanted to be him.
Yeah. I'm sure you wore a lot of tuxedos.
Do you guys mind if I take off my shoes?
Ugh, I couldn't possibly be any sicker than I already am.
I have the hardest time with shoes. I just got this one pair of wingtips for work. Took me the longest time to break them in, but now they're the most comfortable shoes I own. I begged Scott if I could wear them, just for tonight, because no one would know. But he said he had to ask Tracy. Of course, she said no. Now I'm stuck wearing the same stiff patent leather shoes as the rest of the ushers. My feet are about to kill me.
Wingtips.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go see what's happening outside. Mindy, would you care to join me?
No. But I will.
I am starving.
Oh, please do not even mention food around me or I'll throw up on you.
At this point, I wouldn't even notice.
Oh, that makes you the perfect date.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, it's been a day.
not sure, but I kind of like it that way, so I try not to question it too much.
Just an easygoing guy, I guess.
I guess.
I imagine you get into a lot of trouble that way.
It's happened.
And will happen again.
We can hope.
Why are we talking like this?
Like what?
Like a cheap version of Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall in The Big Sleep?
I don't know. Maybe we're possessed.
I don't get possessed.
Maybe we're nervous around each other.
Nervous around each other? Why would we be nervous around each other?
Maybe we like each other.
Like each other?
Well, yeah. What else are we gonna do at this point?
I don't know. Liking each other just sounds so innocent.
Maybe it is.
What are you gonna do now? Give me your ID bracelet?
If you really liked me, you'd carve my initials into your arm.
What?
My next door neighbor in 7th grade did that, so she would have a scar, the shape of her boyfriend's initials. I thought that was so ultimate. To have a girl love you so much that she would mutilate herself.
I will never like you that much.
That's a shame.
A tattoo would be much easier.
Oh, don't get a tattoo.
And why not?
I hate tattoos on women.
Oh, but you love them on men? Is there something you need to tell me, Trip?
You don't need a tattoo.
Nobody needs a tattoo. They get them because they want them.
I don't want you to have a tattoo.
A minute ago, we just liked each other, and already you're trying to run my life? This is a bad idea.
So you admit we do like each other.
I'm saying we did a minute ago.
At one point in time, though, we liked each other.
I think we can agree on that.
Good. Now what do we do?
Who says we have to do anything?
You know, you have this way of answering all my questions with a question.
Do I?
As if you have to challenge everything that I have to say.
Does that bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me.
Good.
I like it. I need to be challenged. I can be so full of crap sometimes.
No! You? I don't believe it!
It's true.
I'm shocked.
It's hard to imagine you being shocked somehow.
Oh, I get shocked.
By what?
By how stupid people can be, how selfish, how willing people can be to add to other people's suffering.
Are we gonna have a real conversation now?
I don't know, what do you think?
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I just have to shift gears a little bit.
We don't have to if you're not up for it.
No, let's do it. Do you believe in God? Do you ever think about death? Do you ever feel guilty just because your life isn't too terribly difficult?
Never.
Good. Me neither. Let's go to the mall.
The mall?
Yeah, we'll hang out with the teenagers at the multiplex, then chow down on some Chick-fil-A, and shop for hours in the tapes and record store without buying anything.
We're not dressed for it.
Why not?
I couldn't.
Wow, Trisha, this is uncharacteristically gutless of you. I'm surprised.
I am not about to go traipse around a mall looking like I just came up from a production of Copacabana.
Well, where else can we go?
Where do you live?
Actually, I live in Atlanta.
Oh, you don't live around here?
I have a car.
Oh, you are such a...
Is this gonna be a problem, me not living here?
No. Actually, it makes you infinitely more attractive to me.
That's a backhanded compliment. You really think I'd be that hard to deal with on a regular basis?
Probably, I am.
Well, you could always come visit.
We'll see.
I'm a great cook. I make the best toast in 3 states.
It looks like I need to be back out there.
I haven't missed the garter thing, have I? I love that. It's so stupid.
So, Trip. Where are you staying? With Scott's family?
I'm staying at a really nice hotel downtown.
Ah, the Regency?
No, the Quality Inn.
Ah, yes, the Quality Inn. Such a nice place.
You've been there.
No, but I've heard such fine things.
Perhaps you would allow me to be your escort.
Oh, I've dreamed of this.
We'll dine in the lamplighter room, take a moonlit stroll in the parking lot, before ducking into Chucky's Hideaway, where we'll sip Mai Tais and boogie to the disco beat of the Rhythm Rascals. And then we'll retire to my suite, order nachos and cheese whiz from room service, and watch Pretty Woman on HBO. How does that sound?
Sounds heavenly. I can't imagine a more perfect evening.
Tracy and Scott won't be having nearly as much fun.
Of course not. They'll be stuck in Jamaica. Hey, promise me something.
Anything.
If you ever see me wearing something as ridiculous as Tracy's dress, please shoot me. If you really liked me, you would promise.
If I make that promise, I'm gonna have to shoot you right now.
You are either a total con man or the most naive man in America. Either way, I'm in trouble.
That makes two of us.
Trisha, we want to take a picture
Of
of all of us, and we have to hurry because I don't want to miss the opportunity to throw these bags of rice at Tracy's head.
I'm gonna throw one of those little cocktail weenies at her.
Everybody get on the couch. Meredith, get your phone.
Francis, what's that in your hand?
I caught the bouquet.
In your other hand. Oh, that's champagne. I just want to taste it. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. Here's to it.
To holy matrimony.
Ew. Can't we just drink to love?
Here, here. I'm sorry. To love.
Oh, please. You guys make me sick. To love. Okay, Francis, you get down in front, and we'll be like your court. Meredith, I just had a great idea.
What?
Do you know where Tracy's homecoming queen crown is?
Probably in here somewhere.
Get it.
Here, Griffin Lyle Davenport III. You know how to use this?
Isn't this the kind of camera that any idiot can use?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to use it.
Okay, Mindy, move a little to your left. Y'all leave a space for Meredith. We need sunglasses.
I don't have any.
Meredith.
Yeah?
Thank you. Do you have any sunglasses?
Yeah?
For Francis?
Does everybody still have their bouquet?
Here, Francis, let's get that hat off your head.
Why?
Because you were born to wear a crown.
How about these? They're kind of Jackie O.
Excellent.
Wait, I'm wearing my leather jacket.
Oh, I forgot my bouquet.
Here, hold Trip shoes.
Yeah, no, I think Trisha should hold those. Huh.
Shut up. I hate you all. Okay, Trip, tell us when. Oh, wait.
What?
I know I shouldn't, but Meredith, would it be okay if I wore your diamond bracelet?
Francis, I don't have a diamond bracelet.
Well, I know I saw one. It's right over here. If you say no, of course I will understand.
Francis, those aren't diamonds.
They're not?
No, who do you think I am? Liz Taylor? Those are dollar store rhinestones.
Oh.
The whole thing costs probably about $5. You can have it.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Sure you can. Take it as my gift to you since you caught the bouquet.
It's just so nice, though.
It's junk.
But
Francis! Some things in life are gifts. You can accept them. You are allowed.
Oh, fine. Well, thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
All right, Trip, tell us when.
Okay.
We look fabulous.
We are.
Good. Squeeze in. I tell ya, there's some major babe action happening here. All right. Now when I count to 3, say
Cha-cha cheese whiz.
1,
I feel so glamorous.
You are glamorous.
2,
Ugh, I just know I have something stuck in my teeth.